Hey, what's up everyone? It's Danielle again. Today I'm just going to do a quick how I get ready in the morning, get ready with me kind of video. But first of all, before I dip into that, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that has liked, subscribed, commented, and for all of the positive feedback that I've received on my first video. You guys are so amazing and supportive, and I love you so much. Thank you again. So let's get started. So first, I always moisturize. I have very sensitive skin on my face. As you maybe you can see, I'm very red in the face. I'm not usually this red, but I don't know, the last couple of days have just been very red and splotchy. But what I like to use is the Neutrogena Moisture Oil-Free Combination Skin. It's nice and light. I don't like anything with oil because I hate the feeling of lotion. This one I find is very lightweight. So I just like to rub it all over my face and my neck. And then we wait for it to dry. Okay, so now that that is all dry, what I like to do is prime my face before I do anything. So what I like to use for my primer is the Maybelline New York Master Prime. The blur and redness control. So again, just squeeze some of that onto your fingers. I'm running low. Rub it in and just get it all over your face. And of course, always grab that neck. And again, we're just gonna wait another minute or two for this to dry. So now that that's all dry, before we get too heavy into foundation and all of that stuff, what I like to do is go in for my lips. It's getting to that time of year again, it's very dry, it's almost winter, so my lips are very prone to chapping. So what I like to do is use the Jeffree Star Velour Lip Scrub. This one is in Strawberry Gum. It is amazing. So what I like to do is just get a little bit of that on my finger. I'll probably get a little more. And all you do is just rub it into your lips. So this is vegan and cruelty free, so he says it's edible, and you know, it does taste amazing. It is sugar based. So what this does, it just exfoliates your lips, gets rid of any of the extra dry, dead skin, and it honestly leaves your mouth feeling so amazing. So I'm just gonna go take this off, so I'll just be right back. So with the remnants of that, I kind of just took a piece of toilet paper and just kind of wiped it off. If you want, you can eat it off, you can wipe it off, do whatever you want. Just don't leave the sugar grains there. So what I am going to do next is go in with my foundation. So this is actually a new foundation that I got recently from Sephora. It is the Sephora Taint Infusion in the color Cream. I really like it because with this, a little really does go a long way. It actually comes with this nice little, I don't know, baster thing. So you just like squeeze it and it sucks up all of the product. And you can just go, and I like to just put it everywhere on my face. Again, make sure you get some on that neck. And just make sure that you get it everywhere. Go. So we'll see how that gets us. And then I like to take my beauty blender and just kind of dab and blend that in all over the face and neck again. So once your foundation is all patted in with your beauty blender and dry, I just, again, give it another 1 to 2 minutes to just dry and set. What I like to do after that is go in with some concealer. So I like to use the Maybelline New York Master Concealer. So I just like to get it on a nice little just concealer brush. This one's just a crown concealer brush. So I just squirt a little bit on. and just put it right under my under eye. And what I like to do is just make a little triangle under the eye there. And again on the other side. So what I like to do is when I'm done with my brushes, while I'm still doing my makeup, I just like to take a piece of toilet paper and just wipe them off. I will go and wash them afterwards, but I just don't like residue all over my vanity desk and everything like that. So once that concealer is on, I just take my beauty blender again and just dab that in. So now that that's all dabbed in, you can see there's kind of like lines there. So what I like to do is just take the bottom side of my beauty blender and just go to where those lines, those harsh lines are, just to kind of blend them in with the foundation a little more, just so you can't really tell that there are those lines there. So now that the concealer is all patted in, what I like to do next is go in with a contour kit. So sometimes I'll go with a cream contour, sometimes I'll go with a powder. Today we are going to go with a powder contour. So I just like to take a big fluffy brush, and I went and got the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palettes. Just nice and simple. So what we're gonna do first is dip into this lighter shade here. Just get like a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to dab it all over right where we concealed, just to kind of set that and help the highlight. And once that is done, what I'll do is I'll dip into the darker color. I just like to take the side of the brush, same fluffy brush, and just kind of go right where your ear line drops like this. That's where I like to contour. So I'll just take it and I will go like this lightly. And same thing on the other side, right at that ear line. So as you can see, there's a nice big bold line there. So what I'll do is I'll just take the same brush and I will just brush that out so it's not a harsh line anymore. And again, I'm just going to wipe off my brush here. So now that we have a nice light contour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do my brows next. So I actually just got this the other day. It's the Benefit Bigger and Bolder Brows Kit. I've only used it once, but I love it. So it comes with a stencil and a stencil holder for brows, as well as a highlight pencil, a brow dip, and the Ready Set Brow clear brow gel. So what I like to do is just take the brow dip here, and I just like to just take some on the little wand here and just outline my brow on the bottom. And then I like to start just filling it in. I don't like to do anything fancy with my brows. I just kind of like to fill them in just because, you know, foundation gets in them. They're not like bold enough because they're so, the hair is everywhere, and yeah, so I just like to kind of fill them in. I know a lot of other people like to kind of style them and do all that fun stuff, but I just like mine plain Jane. If I mess up, what I do is just take some toilet paper. And I will do the same thing with the other brow. So what I'll do is, before I do anything else, what I'll do is kind of just take my beauty blender again and just kind of dab where I wiped away, where I might have messed up a little bit. Just because there's a little bit of extra foundation on here. So I just like to re-get that. So after those are all filled in, what I like to do is take the Benefit Highbrow from the same kit. It is the highlighting pencil. And I just like to take it right under the brow line here. I just like to take it through the curve and right through the middle there. I don't go all the way through. So as you can see where I've placed it there. And this one I just dab in with my finger. So once that is all dabbed in underneath the brow, what I do next is take the Ready Set Brow, just clear brow gel, and I don't know about if it's just me or anyone else, but I think this smells amazing. Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's just so good. So again, I don't like to do anything fancy with my brows, so I just like to take it and just comb them in one direction, make sure they're prim and proper. If they didn't match as well when I was filling them in, I like to just displace the hairs a little bit, make sure that they are kind of like the same size and everything. And that'll just make sure that your brows stay in place all day long. So what I like to do now that that is all, my brows are all done, what I'll do next is go in with a translucent powder all over my face just to kind of help set everything that I've just done. So what I'm using today is it's a Sephora translucent setting powder in the shade Universal. So again, I just like to take the same fluffy brush that I used earlier that's been dusted off, and just kind of get it all over the brush and just get that all over your face and neck again. The container for this is kind of weird. What it is, it's got like a little hole here, and when the lid goes down, this pushes it down, and that's when the powder comes out. So that's why you'll see me shaking it a lot, just to kind of get that powder out. But I do really like this setting powder. It does stay in, it does help my makeup stay all day. It's one of the better ones that I've used. So yeah. Okay, so now that we are all set, what I will do next is take a highlighter. Today I'm going to use my Jeffree Star Cosmetics, big surprise, Skin Frost in the shade Ice Cold. I actually just got this in the mail yesterday. Well, I guess by the time this is posted I would have got it last week, but I am so excited to use this. I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I have one of everything of his products, and it's to die for. I recommend it to everyone. So what I'm going to do with Ice Cold is I'm just going to take kind of like a fluffier, not too fluffy brush, and I'm just going to dip it in like this. Make sure that brush is nice and coated, and just put it right up on that cheekbone. Oh, look at that shine. I am so happy. I also have his Skin Frost in the shade King Tut as well, and it's a nice gold color, but this one's just a nice white, so it's not as visible, which is nice. So if you're not very out there with your makeup, or if you just like subtle things, I would definitely recommend Ice Cold as a nicer substitute. So what I do is just kind of go in on both cheeks, and as you saw, I just like to kind of dab right in the corner of the eye there. Don't usually get it all over the eyelid, but we're gonna go in and do our eyeshadow next anyways, so we'll cover that up. So what I like to do when I'm doing my eye makeup slash lipstick is kind of matched to what I'm wearing. So right now I'm just wearing a pair of blue jeans, so the most color I have is in this shirt right now, besides all the powder that I've gotten on it. So it's kind of got like reds and pinks and browns. So what I will do is kind of just try and, again, match those shades, see what's best. So let's see what we've got. So today what I will be using is the Makeup Forever Palette 9 Artist Shadow. I absolutely love this palette. I actually got it not too long ago. They are bolder colors, but I absolutely love bold. So what I'm going to start with is just this nice neutral white color at the bottom here. And we're going to dab that all over the lid. There we go. So as you can see, I've got that all over both eyelids. That's just going to be a nice base shade for us. So what I'll do next is, like I said before, I like to try and match the colors in my clothing. So what I'm going to do today is kind of use this nice pinky shade in the middle here. And we're just going to put that all over the lid again. All over right where we just put that white. Now I actually read in one of the guide manual things that this come with that this is actually not an eyeshadow, it's a blush shade. But I actually love using it as an eyeshadow. This palette has bold colors and there is so much pigment to them. I love it so much. So now that we are all pink, what I'll do is I will take a darker color just on the outsides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this darker purpley plum shade over here and just kind of get the outsides. So I just like to kind of dab that on, not quite halfway through the lid. And if there is any fallout, be careful when wiping because you don't want to do what I just did. So I'm just going to clean that up. So normally what I do with fallout is just take a clean fluffy brush and kind of just try and grab that off. Sometimes it'll kind of blend it in, you don't want that. I'll also try and take, like, again, a little piece of like toilet paper, kind of like fluff it off. Then I'll take my beauty blender again and just kind of bluff that in. And then of course the translucent powder to set it. So you kind of just got to start from scratch in that area again. But now what I do with my eyeshadow is I like to blend that. So I'm taking a clean eyeshadow brush and just kind of blending it in the middle there. So now that I have my eyeshadow blended out the way I wanted it, I have achieved what I want for my eyeshadow for the day. So what I'm going to move on to now is my eyeliner and mascara. So what I like to do for eyeliner is I have this Ciate London Fierce Flicks liquid liner. I actually got it in an Ipsy Glam bag, which I love. So I'm just going to take this and line the top lid here. The one thing that I've noticed in all of my years of putting on liquid liner is that you don't want to do it all in one straight line. You want to take and you want to do small flicks. So what I do is once I get to here, I like to do a cat eye. If you don't, you can just leave it there. You can do it however you want. So I just kind of take the end, kind of see where my brow bone kind of ends here. And I just like to make a little line. And just make a little triangle like that, and then I fill it in. And I'm going to do the same thing with my eyeliner on the other side. Et voila. So what I like to do after my liquid eyeliner is done is just take a pencil or any kind of just eyeliner for the waterline. Right now I am using the It Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. Again, I got this in an Ipsy Glam Bag. I love it. So I'm just going to tug down a little bit on my eye and grab that waterline. And I just like to go about halfway through. I don't like to go all the way through, or else you're just gonna get like these big bold eyes. I mean, you can go all the way through. I do like to sometimes, just not every day. And again, on the other side, just about halfway to 3/4 through. It just kind of adds some definition to your eye. I don't like to do anything underneath of the eye. And there we go, eyeliner's done. Now for mascara, I really like to go big and bold with my lashes. I never wear fake lashes. I don't like the feeling of them. So I just like to use good mascara or several types of mascara. So what we'll start is by using an eyelash curler. I love to curl my eyelashes because it just gives them that extra little oomph that they need. You just want to hold that down for a few seconds on each eye. And then for my first mascara, what I like to do is use the Voluminous Butterfly Intenza Waterproof Mascara. You can get this at Walmart. I freaking love it. It is amazing. I've been using it for years now. And I just like to take that and of course just coat the lashes bottom to top. And I always love to get my bottom lashes as well. Now since I am wearing my contact lenses today, what I'm going to do is go in with the Unique 3D Fiber Lashes. Honestly, if you have not tried these, they are amazing. They are as great as everyone puts them out to be. It is not a scam. They are fantastic. So it does call for a base shade or a base application of your favorite mascara. So that's what I just did. So we're just going to let that dry down a bit and then we will start on this. So now that this has dried down a little bit and I've gotten a new memory card, what I'm going to do is go in with these Unique lashes. So it does come with two. So there's the Moodstruck Transplanting Gel and the Moodstruck Natural Fibers. So it suggests that you do one eye at a time, which completely makes sense. So what you're going to do is take the Transplanting Gel, which is kind of like a little mascara, and just go right over one eyelash, or one eye again. And then once you've done that, you quickly have to go in with the fibers and just put those right over top. So that's why they suggest you do it one eye at a time, because you do have to be quick. You can't let that transplanting gel dry down before you do the fibers, or else the fibers are not going to stick. And then once you what you have to do again is put the transplanting gel over that so the fibers will be locked in. So already that's given me a little bit of volume. And of course you can stop after one, but why stop there? So I'm going to do another layer of the fibers. I always just like to do two because, again, I love big, bold lashes. They almost make them look like falsies, so I love it. And again, you just have to set that. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here with the two layers, and we're almost done. There we go. So there's my two layers on that eye. So I also like to take the transplanting gel and kind of just use it as this a different second layer of mascara, and I like to go over my bottom lashes as well. There we go. So it just gives it a little bit of extra definition. Again, I freaking love that mascara. I usually don't do it when I'm wearing my glasses. I'm pretty blind, but when you are wearing glasses with big eyelashes, they tend to hit and leave mascara marks, and it's just not comfortable. So when I've got contacts in, I love to go all out. Now, I'm usually a pretty bad girl, and I like to curl my lashes after I've done my mascara as well. So I'm going to take that eyelash curler and I'm going to go in once more. And again, just hold it for a couple of seconds and release. They are going to stick a little bit, but I just blink it off because I'm horrible and I'm probably going to lose my eyelashes one day. And same thing on the other side. Hold it for a couple seconds. And there we go. So that just gives it a little bit of extra volume, extra curl. Again, love the big lashes. So now that pretty much everything on our face is done, my favorite part is the lipstick. So what I think I'm going to do is go with the shade Abused. It's a very dark purpley blue. I just got this again when I got my skin frost, so yesterday, by the time this is posted, last week. So this is my first time using it. I'm very excited. So let's see how it looks. And there is the shade Abused. So I really love this. I love the color. It's a little more blue than purple. I absolutely love purple lipsticks, so this is a nice change up. I love the dark color. It's nice for fall. It's nice for the winter coming up. So yeah. So what I'll do now is I'll take my hair down. It's still wet, so it's still curling. And I haven't pinned my bangs back yet, so that looks funny. But we will pin those back. I will do that in just a minute. But there we go. There's my completed look for today. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Mwah!